It is officially day 3 of the Eligio Bishop, aka Natureboy trial. Technically, it is trial day number 2 because he's been on trial for 2 days, so we're going to go with that. Before I get into the news broadcast, I just want to explain to you guys, I will be cutting and inserting my commentary in between, so just stick around. Unfortunately, they are no longer streaming the trial, so we're just going to have to wait and see what happens after the day is over.
Court is wrapping up for this week. Today's testimony focused on two specific witnesses. The first was a cult expert, and the second is a former member of the group. Here's more. Today, the prosecution called the founder of the Cult Education Institute as his expert witness to help explain how cult leaders gain control. But the defense argued he doesn't qualify as an expert witness, questioning his formal education, which ends with a high school diploma. A former alleged cult member also took the stand. He testified he was in the living quarters the night the victim was allegedly raped. He told the court he didn't know exactly what happened, but he spoke about the victim being punished and slapped for not submitting to the rules of the group.
Were folks within the group able to say no to Mr. Bishop?
The option is to leave.
Did you ever observe violence be used within the group?
Often, very often.
The cult expert in question was allowed to testify as an expert witness. We'll have more on what he had to say about the group that the suspect, Mr. Bishop, led.
I was able to view Courtney, aka Solar's testimony on Nika Knight's channel on YouTube, and it was pretty good. I'm not going to lie, but I want to say that there were certain things that Solar said that might end up helping Eligio. In this next clip, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, but the one that follows just confirms that maybe Neytiri did the same thing.
Were folks within the group able to say no to Mr. Bishop?
The option is to leave.
She admitted Bishop let her leave multiple times when she said she didn't like the rules.
Since one of the charges is false imprisonment, do you think that Solar and Neytiri just confirmed that they were always able to leave when they wanted to? Do you think that's going to help Natureboy's case? You guys let me know down below.
Now the trial for an accused cult leader charged with sexually assaulting one of his members today.
And prosecutors are sharing some chilling social media videos of the defendant claiming to be God. Atlanta News First reporter Brittany Ford joins us now from DeKalb County Courthouse with the latest on this. Brittany?
Prosecutors highlighted alleged violence and emotional abuse reported by some of the former members. Today, a cult expert was brought in to weigh in on those accounts.
I am not a man. I am not a woman. I am God.
Social media videos of defendant Eligio Bishop were played before the jury.
You in my dream. You in my dream.
Bishop is the alleged cult leader of a polygamous group called Carbon Nation. Friday, prosecution called cult expert Rick Allen Ross to the stand.
Did you form an opinion on whether or not the defendant fits the profile of a destructive, authoritarian group leader?
Yes.
Ross explained he studied the group over the years and has observed dangerous behaviors.
They should obey him and that they should subordinate themselves to him.
Bishop is accused of raping one of his followers while residing in DeKalb County in March of 2022. The alleged victim says Bishop then posted revenge porn online when she decided to leave the group. The defense has stressed her statements to police contradict that any sort of rape occurred. Courtney Townsend is a former member.
What would happen if someone upset or angered Mr. Bishop?
I would say that emotional abuse.
During testimony, Townsend stated there was backlash against the alleged victim.
We collectively worked on videos to throw dirt on and make her seem crazy.
Now, Bishop is facing multiple charges, including false imprisonment and rape. If convicted, he faces a maximum penalty of life in prison without parole. We're live in DeKalb County. Brittany Ford, Atlanta News First.
I know. It seems redundant watching news clip after news clip, but if you really pay attention, each one has different information. Yeah, some might have similar things, but it's very important to pay attention to the things that we might not see in another clip.
Well, the first week of trial for an accused cult leader charged with rape just wrapped up in DeKalb County.
So DeKalb County prosecutors allege Elijah Bishop was the power-hungry leader of the Carbonation cult and abused members who broke the group's rules. 11 Live's Latasha Givens live in DeKalb County at the courthouse with what we know.
Well, good evening, Faith and Jennifer. Court just wrapped up for the week, and today's testimony focused on two key witnesses. The first is a cult expert, and the second was a former member who testified to the abusive behavior he witnessed firsthand. The bulk of today's testimony focused on how cult leaders gain power and what it's like for the people inside the Carbonation. The prosecution calling the founder of the Cult Education Institute as its expert witness.
For years, I had known about Mr. Bishop and his activities. This was not a group that was new to me. This was a group that I had learned about years ago.
But the defense questioned his qualifications to be considered as an expert.
Do you have any professional degrees?
I graduated from Phoenix Union High School. Other than that, no.
Any associate degrees from junior college?
No.
Any professional certificates for purposes of psychology?
No.
The rest of the day focused on the testimony from a man who said he was in Carbonation's living quarters the night the victim was allegedly raped. He says he doesn't know exactly what happened that night, but he testified about the abuse that went on within the group, including seeing the victim punished and slapped for not submitting to the group's rules. The prosecution using his testimony to try to paint a picture of a controlling environment.
Were folks within the group able to say no to Mr. Bishop?
The option is to leave.
Did you ever observe violence be used within the group?
Often, very often.
What would happen if someone upset or angered Mr. Bishop?
I would say that emotional abuse would begin. This is where people would be isolated.
The prosecution also played a video and an audio recording of the defendant allegedly talking about not needing a woman's permission before intimacy. Trial resumes on Monday. We'll keep you updated online and on air. Back to you.
I must admit, I am a bit disappointed that the courts did not find world-renowned cult expert Rick Ross qualified for the job. So unfortunately, he will not be part of the Natureboy case, but fortunately for Natureboy, he's not in it. So what do you guys think? Now that they do not have Rick Ross on the trial, do you think this is going to help Natureboy?
In the last hour, the first week of alleged cult leader Elijah Bishop's rape trial just wrapped up.
The prosecution spent the day working to prove its case, presenting several witnesses, including an expert on cults and former members of Carbonation.
Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is covering the case for us. He joins us now live with the very latest. Tyler?
Yeah, Tom, good evening to you. We heard a wide range of testimony today in this rape trial as prosecutors try to paint a picture for the jury that the victim had no choice but to bow down to the alleged cult's leader.
All you belong to the three, and I will have my way with you as I see fit.
The DeKalb County jurors deciding alleged cult leader Elijah Bishop's fate got to hear from him in his own words. Prosecutors played two expletive-filled videos that they say shows his views toward women.
If any one of you disrespect me, and to the abyss you go, I will send your soul into the abyss.
Several former members of the alleged cult Carbonation took the stand Friday and detailed what it was like to be a member of the group with Bishop as top dog.
There was never a time where I felt like it was my choice to have sex with Mr. Bishop. I always felt like it was something that I had to do.
Another former member testified that it can be, quote, hell on wheels to leave the group. He says the day the victim claimed she was raped, he wasn't aware it happened, but afterward he says he was involved in posting videos about her. Prosecutors say at least some of the videos posted are revenge porn.
We collectively worked on videos to throw dirt on and make her seem crazy.
An expert witness on cults has followed Carbonation for several years. While the group is not on trial, the prosecution is focused on its dynamic, saying Bishop held all the power. They want to show that's why the victim relented and had sex with him as she tried to escape.
Eligio Bishop fits the profile of a destructive authoritarian leader, and that there are patterns of coercive persuasion.
And so far, we've heard from 7 witnesses so far. The trial is expected to pick back up at 9 a.m. on Monday. We're live in DeKalb County tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Some chilling testimony in the courtroom today. Tyler, thanks.
You know, I cannot skip over the video evidence that they're using in court where Natureboy is in character. If you guys have been following the Carbonation crew for years, you'd know that his behavior started to change most recently after getting sent back to Babylon. It's like he lost his mind when he came back to Georgia, right? So anyhow, if you guys didn't know, he got kicked out of Hawaii. Long thing. You guys could just look it up for yourselves. This is a mess, but hopefully the documentary that's supposedly coming out will cover everything. But again, back to this. If you have followed, you would know that Natureboy was in character, so to say. But you guys tell me what you think. I'll just show you what I mean.
I am not a man. I am not a woman. I am God. All of you belong to the 3. And I will have my way with you as I see fit.
The DeKalb County jurors deciding alleged cult leader Eligio Bishop's fate got to hear from him in his own words. Prosecutors played 2 expletive-filled videos that they say shows his views toward women.
If any one of you disrespect me, and to the abyss you go, I will send your soul into the abyss.
Do you know what this look on his face is giving? Before I tell you, y'all leave down in the comments, what do you think his face is saying? What do you think? After they're using this evidence against him, how do you think he feel? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? But on a serious note, those videos are so damaging. I mean, the courthouse, the viewers that are in the court, they do not know how he behaves on a regular. So they probably fell for it, this character of his. There was a point where I thought he had multiple personality disorder. I mean, we already know he's a narcissist, but that word is oversaturated. But this dude is actually diagnosed, just so you know. In this recording, you can see some of the behavior. He is online talking to Sonetta and his wife and just making a fool of himself, really. This is just one example, but I'm pretty sure you guys know many more.
Why do you say that?
Are you asking me about my sperm?
No, I didn't ask you that. I asked you why that is your philosophy for women. Get your mind out the gutter. Can you answer the question? King, would you like to address him and mute out because he's starting to flash? I'll go ahead and mute out, King, and you can talk to him. Please.
I may have been wrong thinking that he was talking to Sonetta's wife, Nepal, but either way, you guys can see the behavior, and that was the point. But feel free to correct me down in the comments. I don't know if that was really Sonetta's wife. And who can forget the infamous Dancing in the Rain video where he was in complete character? Now, this video was so disturbing, like, I can't even put it in words, especially if you can find the full version. It's beyond me. Rest in peace to Loyal, by the way.
Are you putting on the
Now you can actually see how much power Nature Boy had over his cult members. He would have them do anything. They had no problems. But you know what? Some of them are woke now. And one of them came to trial.
And what did you go by? I threw out the whole thing because I had multiple names. Sure. Okay, so my first name was Ace. My second name was Just. Then I was True. So I had about 3 names.
And how was your relationship with the defendant, Mr. Bishop?
That depends on what time in the journey we're referring to.
Well, let's start with, if we're talking about the beginning near Cancun, like when you, shortly after you got there, how did the two of y'all get along?
I remember an incident when we was at the mall in Mexico, and he took a group photo with the guys, but I wasn't present for the photo. I was actually talking to my now wife at the time. He was very upset. He made a statement that I was what the group refers to as out of tune, meaning that I was not being connected to the other members and I was kind of going astray on my own. He was upset.
Okay. And that happened in Cancun?
Yes.
Okay. And just so we can get it cleared up, the person that you're referring to that later became your wife, what is her name?
Kendra Carter.
Okay. And were there rules in the group?
There were a multitude of rules. Mr. Bishop, for any reason, any time, would implement and or remove rules. But the 3 rules I want to highlight pertain to food, sleep, and relationships.
Okay, what was the rule pertaining to food?
Food was one meal a day. The consumption outside of that one meal involved very small things like nuts or fruit. And in addition to that, you couldn't eat until Mr. Bishop was served first. So that was one of the standard things. He had to get his food first, he had to get his plate first, and even if he decided not to eat, then nobody was eating.
And what about, I think you said sleeping arrangements?
Well, as far as sleep is concerned, so if Mr. Bishop was talking, you could.
All right, let's bring back in our guest.
Boy, oh boy, was I so proud of True when I saw this. Well, let's call him Aaron. So proud of Aaron because he was Nature Boy's right-hand man. I never thought that Aaron would ever wake up. But he looks so good. When I tell you, I used to clown this guy because he had no soul in his eyes when you would look. But now he looks healthy. I'm so proud of him and his wife, Kendra. Much kudos and respect to them. Kendra also did testify, but unfortunately, I didn't get to hear anything because the court did not air it. I must say that Courtney did a great job, but Aaron was amazing. He was amazing, really confident, and I think he's going to help the case to just show that Nature Boy did have control over these people. He was mentally abusive to them, physically abusive. And the more people that come and speak up, the better. And the last clip we're about to get into is just to show you Nature Boy turning into the 3 God. This was, oh my gosh, a mess. Once he got on Bigo, I kind of lost interest and I didn't really follow too much. But this was from Bigo. He was mistreating his family or members, whatever you want to call them, cult members. And you can see for yourself. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions after this video. Just leave a comment below. If you would like me to continue, show some support, hit the like button.
It's a new nigga in town, and his name was motherfucking 3 God.
It's a new motherfucker in the town. His name is 3 God and it's going 3 down. It's going down. We're going to do a little bit of 3 and we're going to do a little bit of 3. But let me tell you something. Don't ever be disorganized around the 3. See, I don't know about what Natureboy did with y'all, but this is 3 now, nigga. It's going to be clean now, nigga. I can't do weird shit. Y'all see how, cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I done got different. I'm different now. Y'all, shit done changed. I'm different. I can't be around weird energy, my nigga. If niggas don't really want to do this, I know we third house and it's nervous, but nigga, you gonna have to learn how to function under pressure. You know what I'm saying? You felt the pressure from the people watching you, thinking like, what they gonna say, what they gonna think, if they think I don't give a fuck what they think, because the motherfucker is watching me. Bitch, I don't give a fuck what you guys think. You watching me. I got your motherfucking 3, and that's all the fucking thing that matters to me. 3. Bitch, that's all that matters. Y'all giving me y'all 3, y'all gonna work for me. Y'all all work for me. Y'all, matter of fact, down on your knees. Fuck wrong with y'all? Don't stand up around me, man. Don't stand over me, ever stand over me. Fuck that. Get down, bro. All the way down, bro. What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Don't stand around the 3 like that. Don't ever stand around the 3 like that. Oh, come help them. Get them the fuck out of my life. I dare you. I dare you get these people the fuck out of my life. Bro, come get these niggas right now. Call a cop. 3, get your shit. Fuck out. These people bothering me. Nigga, they want the 3. They want the juice. They want the 3 from the 3. They gonna have to respect the 3. They worship the 3. They worship the 3 because I'm the 3 God. 3 God? Most high. Listen. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Listen. I'm the most high 3 God. I got my 3s in check. Work? It go down like that. From Harlem to Jersey to Philly. Yeah. To the niggas behind the bars.
You know I couldn't leave without asking you guys a question. So what do you guys think about Natureboy's potential sentence? Do you think that life without the possibility of parole is fair? Or do you think he needs some mental evaluation and maybe to go through some sort of therapy after doing a 10-year bid? I want your honest opinions down below. Come on, guys. I did a poll earlier, and you know what? I might as well share it in this video. I know it's too small to read, so I'll read it for you. Natureboy update and poll. It has been proven that the XXX videos of Nateri were posted on Natureboy's Twitter account on March 19th of 2022. The victim left the cult on March 24th of 2022. Natureboy's Twitter account was banned a few days after Nateri's exit, so he started a new account and posted all so-called educational XXX videos on his new account. Would you consider this to be revenge PORN because he reposted videos of his former wife/member? Or do you think it was just a re-uploading of consensual content? Keep in mind, Nateri left the cult. Was it fair for him to repost her? Share your thoughts and vote. Thank you to all that voted and those that commented. Out of 140 votes, most of the people feel that yes, it is revenge PORN. 53% out of 140 votes. Next, we have 6% that say no, it was just a re-upload. 9% say he reposted out of spite. 20% say he should have not posted after she left. And 13% say not sure what to believe. Special thanks to those of you who left a comment. Hopefully you don't mind me sharing. One person says he should have never posted it and it was revenge PORN. I knew this day would eventually come for him. You can't treat people like he did and not expect karma to come and collect. It's how the universe works. He should have never posted it. He's an idiot. The laws are always changing. I've heard that you can withdraw your consent after sex or anytime you feel there were miscommunication. Revenge sex PORN, and he knows that's what it is. I don't feel sorry for him. He must get everything that he deserves. How is it revenge? She left 3/24/22. He posted 3/19/22, unless I read it wrong. Now, if he wanted her to stay, he would have held it over her head to keep her there, perhaps. To answer your question, yes, I did state that his Twitter account was banned. It was banned. What he did was he re-uploaded after she left. But those videos were up there on the 19th. Shortly after she left, his page was gone. He re-uploaded everything onto a new page. So the question is, do you consider that revenge?